Hello, this is question 29 from the Foundation Paper 3 in November 2023. We're told A, B, C and D are points on a circle such that ABCD is a square. We're told that the square ABCD has sides of length 3.5 centimetres. We're asked to calculate the circumference of the circle and to give our answer correct to one decimal place. We're told we must show all our working. Pause the video, attempt to answer the question, return to play the video to see the solution and where the marks are awarded. Welcome back. We know ABCD is a square, so we know that the corners are right angles. We also know that the diagonal will go through the centre of the circle. The diagonal is also the length of the diameter of the circle. And we know that the circumference of a circle is equal to pi times the diameter. So if we look at this right-angled triangle, where we know the hypotenuse is the diameter of the circle, and we also know that the sides have length 3.5 centimetres, we can use Pythagoras to find out what the length D is. So Pythagoras tells us that a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, where c is the hypotenuse. So if we input our values into the correct place for Pythagoras, a and b are both equal to 3.5. And our C is our length D, the diameter. So our D squared, if we do 3.5 squared, add 3.5 squared, we can see our D squared is equal to 24.5. So to find D, we need to do the square root of 24.5 and that tells us that our D is equal to 4.95, and we have rounded here to 2 decimal places. We then want to use this value as our diameter in the formula for finding the circumference. So the circumference is equal to pi times d, which is pi times the 4.95. As this was the last calculation in the calculator, if I press times, it will use my previous answer, which was the exact value for D, and I can times it by pi, which will give me an exact answer. And we want to give our answer to one decimal place, so our answer is 15.6. We're rounding it to 15.6 because the second decimal place here, which is a 5, tells us we're going to round up. So we go to the first decimal place and we're rounding this 5 up to 6, which gives us 15.6 centimetres as our answer. This question is worth 4 marks and we're told we must show all of our working. No marks are awarded for a correct answer if it's not supported by the correct working. The first mark is awarded for beginning the process to use Pythagoras to find the diameter or radius. So here we used Pythagoras to find the diameter. The second mark is awarded for finding the diameter, so where we found that D is equal to 4.95. This would also be awarded for if you'd found the radius and given it as 2.47. The third mark is for the process to find the circumference of a circle, and so that's for this line here, showing that the circumference of the circle is pi times our diameter. And the final mark is for your final answer, which they're happy to be anywhere between 15 to 16. I hope you found that helpful.